Alright, everybody, welcome in. This is another Stormgate cast. I'm Algorithmor, and this is KR Bob, a fairly well-known and strong Korean Vanguard player. And his opponent, playing the Celestial faction, this is Minchul, aka MC the Boss Toss. And we're going to cut a couple of interesting, or a trio of interesting games here today between these two. And I think it's an extra special treat just because these two players from Korea are among the best players of Stormgate, and in the case of MC, one of the best players of RTS in the last couple decades, as he's been very dominant in SC2 and has now brought that dominance back to Stormgate. Now, just because he's dominant doesn't mean he's guaranteed to win this one. KR Bob is a very experienced Vanguard player, has played Vanguard throughout early access, and has been a thorn in the side of so many players on the ladder. Because he has creative builds, but he also has very well practiced builds that can be very hard to find weaknesses in. And he's opened with scouts today to deal with the Argents, to push them back. He's been building a second sentry post here. His first one is a repair-o-matic. And he's lost one or two servos already, I noticed, from the Argents. But it looks like those sentry posts are enough to send Minchul home, who's actually going to go to the wellspring and soak up those healing juices for his Argents for a bit. He gets one up to full. He leaves just the only weak one behind, which that's just really good control. The ability to add and remove from control groups. I assume that's what he's doing here. Otherwise, when you grab your Argents, you're going to fetch this one too, and then you have to go back and grab it and re-add it. So there's a lot of micro and control there to do that. I'm sure when I play, I'll just send my whole army and send them at the wellspring. But you notice he's got his Argents forward for exactly this reason, to be in a good position when the Stormgate launches. Bob has a few hedgehogs and has started hedgehog production. Still has a rack, going dogs and hogs. And wants to use the the hedgehog's kiting ability to maybe pick off an Argent here or there. But now there's vectors actually being added by MC, and that's not something I've normally seen in this matchup. And maybe that's an MC special, or it is the sign of the new meta. And MC does capture the Stormgate, grabs a Faerun, and could put some damage down, but oh yeah, looks like he's moving forward. I was gonna say for a second there, maybe it looked like he was pulling back. Going for an extra arc ship up here. Is that a third arc ship? Yes, indeed it is. In the red power, but remember, no longer as big an issue as it once was. Looking for a third base, doesn't find it, decides I'm going to go push right up into the main. One of the sentry posts has already been salvaged. But MC decides, nope. You had enough there, you had a defensive little position, and I'm just going to pull back my side of the map. Work on get my bases up, third base up. And recall tech almost done. And Bob sitting back with his hedgehogs in a nice defensive position here behind his repair-o-matic. If any Argents or those vectors try and come up here, those hedgehogs are in a perfect position to try and defend them while taking as little damage as possible. Scout gets spotted and taken out for another minute or so from another Stormgate, so these two are for the moment just macroing up. We had this scanner here. I think it got spotted by the sensor drone, but it flew by so quickly. Another sensor drone over here looking for bases. Now Bob's still only on 2. And MC's been on 3 for a minute. And he's got another arc ship flying over. Wait a second. 4 arc ships? Is that a thing? I mean, it really helps you with prison production. We have scanners around as well. I love his scanner use. And still just kind of being timid, going back and forth. Where does Argents go? Argents are right here. The sensor drone's there. He knows it's been spotted, but he's going to send his Argents to be at least just... You can't watch me. You can't just watch me mine. That's weird. Stop watching me mine, bro. And Minchell's split up his army. He's got vectors out here looking to see if there's any move out from Bob. He's not trying to harass with them, but he is just staying on the map.
Dimensional rift detected.
Hey, do you got a base? No
Stormgate
base.
will activate soon.
And Stormgate, this is an awkward place to get the Stormgate. And Bob is clearly going for an attack here. He knows there's no base here, so I think he thinks this is a safe way to move. Now remember, there is
has appeared.
This scanner here, who is watching every single unit parade past there, giving MC so much time and warning that as soon as this happens, bye-bye Vulcan. The Vulcan's just going to be dead in, okay, 2 volleys from the Sabres. The Sabres even use their mass accelerator to get back to avoid losing one of the Sabres. And again, Vulcan's just dead, gone. Sentry post there, yeah, that's not going to work. Get out of here, says MC. And this might be a scanner victory, if you ask me. That could have been problematic if MC had been out of position. But his scanner saw the whole army's movement and meant very easy to defend, and then full on harassment and retreat. Oop, my bad there. And pushes Bob all the way back to his base, but then decides, nope, I'm backing up. There is a Stormgate still available. I wonder if MC will go for it or just ignore it at this point. This arc ship's flying. This arc ship's flying. This is MC deciding I'm going to win and I'm going to make sure I don't lose. He just won that big fight, chased the army all the way back, and is now saying, I'm going to make 2 more bases. I'll make 2 more bases, and then I'll have the economy that no matter what Bob does, I'm winning. Let's see what we get out of this Stormgate. This is Stormgate number 2. We get some Necrolisks. What are they? Unstable Necrolisks. And this one's taking the long way around. And it looks like for the moment they're going for a defensive position here to defend their, what's this, 5th base, 6th base? And Bob's on 2 bases. I don't think you win 2 base versus 6 base. Bob's got an Atlas out. But we're looking at double supply from MC. The slowest little Necrolesk walking across the map. Now what do you do with the Necrolisks here? You can try and get them to impact on the army, although they're going to be very hard to impact on the Hedgehogs. I think running them even into the tanks could be good, although the tanks will have lots of opportunity to shoot. I have seen Necrolisks be dropped before, like Banelings. Those have been an easy way to get them on top of the units you want. But here they come. Ooh! This is what I mean.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
They're hard to make work. And really that tier 2 doesn't have the greatest units in it. Tier 3, on the other hand, has some pretty nice stuff. And is
A
MC going to go
Stormgate has
for it?
appeared.
He's made an high... Oh, all adjudicator nodes? Oh, they're all transforming into adjudicator nodes, yes. I think he wants some of them to be energizer nodes, personally. But I don't play Celestial. The energizer nodes will keep the adjudicator nodes charged up. Just leaving the Stormgate. Just leaving it alone. And I do think... Okay, MC's got some Archangels here. This could be... Boom, boom, boom. On top of the tank. Boom. Tank's immediately wiped. This has got to be it. There is one helicarrier above. And by helicarrier, I mean Hurricane. They got their name changed. But we got a GG from Bob. Okay, welcome back. This is going to be another match between these two. Yes, this is in the blue. Play the Vanguard KR Bob. And his opponent, play the red, a Celestial. Both of them hailing from Korea. This is Minchul. Oh, jeez. MC, the boss toss. Flying his arc ship out. Opening with the chamber. Slightly different. I think it's always interesting to see sort of East versus West, Korea and North America. Maybe even Europe. I don't know where the meta's dividing lines are, but the Koreans often are playing a little bit different meta than we're playing out here in North America. And this opening chamber, floating your arc ship over, not going for the second arc ship, which is very common in the North American meta. There's the second arc ship. Maybe it's just a slightly delayed version. Now the second arc ship just helps you produce prisms that much faster. Helps you ramp that economy up. And ramping the economy is the strong point of Celestial right now. We saw in that last game, Minchul got up to 6 bases while Bob was on 2. So the ramping up really helped them there. Single Argent out 2 scouts. Now, who wins this? The scouts are annoying because they're fast, but the Argent is pretty beefy. Looks like the scouts might be winning this. And the scouts do have that freedom to run away and go heal at the wellspring and come back and harass some more. And once again, Bob's having to deal with this Argent harass. Ooh, just saves the servo in time. And gets his scouts back to defend, and the central post will be up. Meaning, nothing really left to worry about here. 2 arc ships, produce some prisms. We got our first Starforge on the way. We also have a scanner on the way. I think the scanner will be helpful. We saw last game the scanner was a useful tool. Wonder if he'll put it here. There's the scanner out. Interesting. Goes for the close position first. Is this another scanner? So this is, it looks like
Dimensional rift detected.
MC is
A
looking to
Stormgate
just
will
try and get
activate soon.
eyes on potential attack avenues. This is an interesting positioning. I like that. Okay. And Bob going around the outside, but will go into the vision of one of those scanners.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Looked like Bob was looking for the army, but now is going to try and engage. And MC's going to run up, and for the moment, MC claims the Stormgate, and Bob retreats back, but he's just regrouping, trying to get a bunch of units, and he goes and tries to get on top of the Argent. One Argent down already, another one focused down. Very good focus fire. We're seeing scouts getting taken out here, but all the Argents are dead. We're going to maybe see a Vector go down here too, but Prism's pulled. And they are the defensive tools now for the Celestial. No Sovereign's Watch anymore. You just pull the boys. And they're tough boys. They are. Bob might get this one now. That early engage at the Stormgate really helped him by killing off 3 or 4 Argents. Might be able to get this, but MC's coming in with his vectors, maybe just trying to tug of war it a little bit to deny the Stormgate. It's not clear if his DPS is high enough, but we see Bob not really wanting to engage the vectors. And so, for the moment, MC's actually winning here, on the Stormgate, that is. And although MC might not be able to win the Stormgate in time, he's running out of time here. Actually, he's doing alright. Doing alright. These vectors should add in some extra DPS, but no, not enough time. And during that time, Bob did take a quick little siesta in the Wellspring. Ooh! Loses 2 hedgehogs that are reinforcing. A vector getting away just at the last second with the delta jump. More vectors, a couple going down. One maybe jumping away. There we go. It looked good at first, but now it's starting to look a little dangerous for MC. His vectors are pulled back. Boys are pulled. Prisms are going to start going down. But so are scouts. And now we get a double delta jump on top, trying to claim a hedgehog or one of these scouts. They go to the Wellspring, try and get a little bit of extra health as they run through. Regrouping here with more hedgehogs and scouts showing up. And a nice micro from MC to delta jump his weak vectors away. And now he's just full on harassing these hedgehogs. So many dead hedgehogs. Makes it back to his base, or Bob does here, with one very weak low hedgehog. So MC getting the upper hand here again.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
Stormgate in an awkward position. MC not looking like he's going to go for the Stormgate, looking like he's going to go for the kill. And jumps right on top here. Tries to take out the sentry post and does. Now scouts going down. Saw one vector retreat low, but so many workers now are going to die. And going for the supply. I love this. This is what you should be doing, especially when they're these solar habitats. They add even extra supply, so when you take one out, not only are you deleting the solar habitat, but also that additional supply. And we do get a GG from Bob hearing. Alright everybody, this is game number 3 between these two. Once again, playing in the blue. From Korea, this is Bob. And playing in the red as the Celestial faction. Also representing Korea, this is MC. We're on the Boneyard now. Double creation chamber here before an arc ship. So MC knows something. Now MC, as I mentioned, very well known for playing in StarCraft, but also well known for really understanding the Celestial faction well and knowing the economy and how to really abuse some of its strong points. Right up there, I would say, with Parting, who we haven't seen playing Stormgate in a few months, to be honest, to be fair. But both of them have often shown at times, even when the Celestial faction is considered weak, like right now, a lot of Celestial players are saying that it needs a buff, and I'm not arguing with them on that. I think there probably is a little bit of room for improvement for the Celestial faction. But even when that's considered the meta and the main, what's happening in general, MC and Parting can make the faction look, overpowered by just really exploiting some of the features of it that, that do give it its strengths. And being probably the most unique of the three factions, different from the other two. It has potential for lots of interesting builds. 3 Argents make their way over here, trying to kill a servo, but they're not going to get it. Will they get one of these scouts? Probably not. Interesting case where everything here is pretty buff, pretty strong, but low damage. One scout does go down there. But when you have high HP and low damage output, then the battles look... it's hard to get any real kills there. Of course, Argents have their variable damage output. When they're charged, they do these really powerful shots, but otherwise they just kind of got little soft shooters. Into the Storeforge again for MC, so we are seeing the same
Dimensional
kind of play.
rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
And we've got the center Stormgate up and Bob on the way here, but yeah, it looks like Bob is doing a little more scouting. He's saying, where's the army? Can I catch that army on the map and maybe kill some Argents? Getting himself caught out of position a little bit here by getting ahead of the army. Gonna jump in quickly to the healing camp or to the wellspring here and then scoot away. For the moment, that's meant Bob's been able to have a few units on the Stormgate, but now MC's going to come down and try and contest it. How much damage will Bob really be able to get done before the Argents come? The Argents start doing a tug of war, and now it's going to be a battle. Dogs and Hogs on top of Argents. The first vector showing up. A lot of Argents here. Supply is in MC's favor, as it typically is for Celestials. And we've seen a few scouts go down, but for the moment, MC's been able to kind of claim the tug of war, the lead on the tug of war. Now starting to lose a few Argents, not wanting to lose the Vector, so leaving the Vector on the Stormgate. And the Argents are just kiting and fighting with the Hedgehogs. And Hedgehog, good control from Bob. Really focused fire down a lot of Argents there. We see a lot of the wet guts, or the white guts from the robots. And eventually MC wins it, grabbing a Faerun, and the Hedgehogs retreat. And it looks like MC is going to pull back. Or is he going to push in? The Hedgehog's soaking up the wellspring. And I'm suspecting that MC is going to... Yeah, he's looking for a base. But then has said, okay, here we go. Uh-oh, this is bad news for the Vulcan. Caught in the middle, it's gone. Maybe got 2 shots off. Faerun going to get picked off in the same way here. So that's a little minor win for Bob. But Bob's forced to retreat his Hedgehogs away from his base. And that means this army can just move right in here and start picking off servos. We get overcharged to try and keep them alive. We're going to see the scrapyard maybe get targeted here. Scanner out front. Another Vulcan shows up, and that's going to be good news. All the servos are pulled. They're going to try and form a front line here. For the moment, we're doing healing hugs. Getting those Hedgehogs back up to full. Servos being pulled back. Meanwhile, it's the Wellspring for MC. MC is ahead with supply. But there is Defender's advantage and 2 Vulcans here. Vulcans can be pretty punishing.
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
We get jump jets out from the Vulcans. We're going to get some focus fire on the Vulcans, but no. Those Vulcans get a nanoswarm. They are tough. MC is forced back here. Vulcans doing what they do. And Bob in full chase now.
A Stormgate has appeared.
These vectors don't look like they're going to be able to escape. We've got the slow-moving Vulcans in the back, hoping to catch up. But Hedgehogs getting on top of the Vectors, killing them all, and GG from MC in the third game.